A challenging aspect to making this documentary was we decided quite early on that we wanted to recreate Hayu's physical dialysis room where he was on treatment a few times a week, fully one-for-one recreated in VR. Hi, Doc Plus. My name is Joe Hunting, and I'm the director of The Reality of Hope, and this is Picture Locked. The Reality of Hope is a short documentary that portrays the story of a VR developer based in Stockholm who was unfortunately diagnosed with kidney failure at quite a young age. And the film introduces how his online friend, whom he met inside of a social VR platform, offered to be a live donor to him and flew from New York City in the US to Stockholm to make a kidney transplant.
That's when I got a message from a person called Photographer. I just thought it would be a neat thing to do, to donate a kidney for some reason.
The main subject of the film is a VR developer and composer named Hayu, which is that's his online alias. It's how people know him in VR. And we introduce him in the film as his avatar inside of a social VR platform called VR Chaps. But we then also meet him physically as we transition to real life towards the transplantation surgery. Another very key character is his donor, who goes by Photographer inside of VR. And we get to know their friendship as it blossoms as they're going through something quite challenging together. I discovered Hayu and Photographer's story through my now good friend, Max Wilson, who I collaborated on the film with and was a co-producer on the documentary and also helped shoot it. He came to me in late 2023 after being good friends with Hayu and Photographer, conceptualizing the idea of following their journey of making this kidney donation. And I had just come on to direct the film as they were confirmed to be a match. That was almost the spark that lit the fire in Max and I's collaboration to make the film. And within about 3 months, we were flying to Stockholm to film with them in person after filming in VR for quite a long time. Technology is a really key aspect to this story, as it is a story about two friends meeting in VR and that friendship becoming a really profound and important relationship in blossoming into a kidney donation. I hope this film reaches people who have been close to or even on dialysis treatment themselves, especially. Dialysis is a really key part of this story. And I think it's an experience that isn't represented very broadly in documentary, and there's not many films that really hold a specific light on what that experience is, which can be quite lonely and difficult, as it is so much of your life when you are facing kidney failure. That I hope people will be able to connect and empathize with those on dialysis or facing it. Additionally, I hope it reaches those connected to the furry community or the furry fandom. Hayu and Photographer's story is really centered around the VR furry community, which many people have never heard of, or perhaps have seen other media pieces that perhaps represent it in a really misleading light. So I think, both the film, both aspects of representing dialysis treatment and the medical procedure of facing kidney failure and the broader VR context, I hope people will be able to resonate with both of those themes as well as the main theme of friendship.